Good morning, my dear students. Today we will start lesson 2 in unit 1, which is talking about seeing colored objects. As we studied in lesson 1, we know that the light is formed from 7 spectrum colors, which the 7 spectrum colors start with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. But when these 7 spectrum colors mix together, the white light is produced. So we know that the white light is separated into 7 spectrum colors, and when we mix these 7 spectrum colors together, the white light is produced. The colored objects are divided into color transparent objects, color translucent or semi-transparent objects, and the opaque objects divided into 3 colors: the white opaque objects, the black opaque objects, and the colored opaque objects. First, we will talk about seeing the color transparent and color translucent objects. As we know, the white light is formed from 7 spectrum colors. So when the white light falls on any color transparent or any color translucent objects, what will happen? The colored objects will allow only its own color to pass, and the other colors will not pass through it. It will absorb all the light colors and allows its own color only to pass. So how we can see the color transparent or color translucent objects? When the white light falls on any color transparent or translucent objects, it absorbs all the light colors and allows only its own color to pass through it. Okay, let's take an example about how we can see the color transparent or color translucent object. For example, if we have a green glass bottle, how we see its green color? When the white light falls on the green glass bottle, what will happen to the white light? As we know, the white light is formed from 7 spectrum colors. The green glass bottle, it will absorb all the light colors and allow only its green color to pass through it. This is how we can see the green color of the green glass bottle. Okay, now let's talk about how we can see the colored opaque objects. As we know, the opaque objects, they don't allow the light to pass through them, but they reflect the light from them. Okay, the opaque objects are divided into three colors: the white opaque objects, the black opaque objects, and the colored opaque objects. Seeing the white opaque objects like the white paper. When the white light falls on the white opaque object, this object will reflect all the light color. And as we know, the white light, it's made up of the 7 colors. And when all the 7 colors are reflected together, they will be white light. So we see the white object white as it is. There is an important reason about seeing the white opaque objects. The first one, we can see the white paper as it is, and the second reason, we must wear white clothes in summer. Both of them, they have the same reason, because the white paper or the white clothes, they reflect all the light colors, so we will feel cool. Seeing the black opaque objects like the black t-shirt, like the black blackboard. When the white light falls on a black opaque object, the black object absorbs all the light, colors falls on it, and doesn't reflect any colors to our eyes. So they appears in a black color. Okay, here we have important give reason about seeing the black opaque objects. The first one, give reason. We must wear black clothes in winter. The reason because it absorbs any light that falls on it, so we will feel warm. Okay, the second give reason. We see the blackboard as it is in black color. Why? Because the black objects, as we know, absorbs all light colors that falls on it and doesn't reflect any colors to our eyes. Seeing the colored opaque objects. Colored opaque objects like what? Like the green door, like a red chart, like a blue desk. How we see the colors of these colored objects? When the white light falls on any colored opaque object. This opaque object absorbs all the light colors and only reflects its own color. As we know, the opaque objects, they reflect the light that falls on it. So if the colored opaque objects in green color, it will reflect only the green color that falls on it. So how we can see the colored opaque objects? When the white light falls on the colored opaque objects, it absorbs all the light color and reflects only its own color. Here we have some examples of how seeing colored opaque objects. The first one, how we can see the color of the green leaf. When the white light falls on the green leaf, it absorbs all the light colors and reflects only the green color to our eyes. So we see its color in green color. So, we have another example about the red apple, how we can see its color red. When the white light falls on it, the red apple absorbs all the light colors and reflects only the red color. Only the red color will reach our eyes, so we see its color red. Now let's talk about the second part of the lesson. In this part, we will talk about how we can see the colored opaque objects through colored transparent objects. If we look at an apple through, when we look at an apple through a red glass sheet, the apple, it will appear in a red color. But when we look at the red apple through a green or a blue glass sheet, the apple, it will appear in a black color. Let's see why. Okay, now let's see why the red apple appears red when we look at it through red glass sheet. When the white light falls on a red apple, the red apple absorbs all the light colors and reflects the red color only. The reflected red light from the apple will pass through the red glass sheet. As we know, the colored transparent objects allow only its color to pass through it, as the reflected light from the apple is red and the glass sheet has a red color, so the reflected red light from the apple can pass through the red glass sheet and it appears red. Now let's talking about how the apple appears black when we look at it through green or blue glass sheet. The red apple, when the white light falls on the red apple, it will absorb all light color and reflect the red color. The reflected red light from the apple cannot pass through the green and blue glass sheet, as both of them, they don't have the same color, and we know the transparent the color transparent object only allow its color to pass through it. This is why the apple appears black, as no color reach to our eyes. Okay, the colored lights, we have two types of the colored lights, or we can divide them into two types: the primary colored lights and the secondary colored lights. The primary colored lights, they are the colored lights which are impossible to be produced by mixing other colored lights together. Primary colored lights like what? Like red, green, and blue. What about the secondary colored lights? They are colored lights that are produced by mixing any two colors of the primary colored light. The secondary colored lights are cyan, magenta, and yellow. Now we will talk about mixing colored lights. The secondary colored lights can be produced by mixing any two of primary colored lights as follows. By mixing red light with green light, it will produce the yellow light. And by mixing red light with blue light, it will produce the magenta light. And by mixing the blue light with green light, it will produce cyan light. Mixing all the primary colored lights give us the white light. Mixing the red light with blue light and green light, it will produce the white light. Thank you.